What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. In this video, I want to talk about 3 trading strategies that you're going to have in order to be a successful trader. Now, I started off, I was not a successful trader. Okay, every time I pushed that buy button, the stock would just crumble to the ground, and I'm like, what the fuck? Do they know when I press the buy button and they crash the stock? I mean, it's like they're out to get me. But they weren't. And the reason that that type of stuff happened to me is because I didn't have a trading strategy. All right? Now, everybody's trading strategy is different. All right? Which leads into the second point. Learn to take your profits and losses. Trading strategies. Well, let me ask you this. Do you know comment down below what a good average is on a return for a stock trade that you know of? 5%, 10%, 100%, 200%, 2,000%. See, a lot of people are reaching for the moon, no pun for AMC, but they're reaching for the moon and they miss the stars. The stars are right there, and they can scoop up a handful of stars, meaning profits, and move on to the next play, and the next play could be the moon. But if you don't learn to take your profits at the stars, then you'll never get to the trade that'll take you to the moon, because you end up holding the bag. All right, and that's another thing. Second part 2 of this is profits and losses. You have to learn when the trade that you got into didn't work out the way you wanted. All right? And I never used to do that. If I bought a stock and it fucking fell 35%, and I'm going to hold on because I believe it can go up, and then it goes 40% down, 50% down, and I'm going, holy shit. So I sell. I have to cash back up my account, so bring it back up to its level, start back over, and rinse and repeat the same failures. Why? Because I never learned how to take losses. Now, we're talking stocks, IPOs, and options here, okay? And I see a lot of people are interested now in IPOs. But if you're going to get into an IPO or an option or a stock, you're going to have to learn when to cut bait and start over in the next trade. Now, you don't have to blow your account up, people. You can take a 15% loss on this trade, and your very next trade could turn out to be a 200%er. But if you continue to hold on to the loser, and the loser continues to fall, you don't get into the next play because you're holding this one, and you missed out on the moon. And like I said, some people stock, their options, their stock, their IPO, it reaches to the stars for them, and they refuse to take the profit. When if they take the profit at the stars, get ready for the next play and focus on it, that could be the very next one that takes you to the moon. So taking profits and learning how to take a loss is so good. Don't be one of those people who have a losing mindset that you will hold on to this stock if it goes up 200%. It blows my mind how a stock can go up 100% and people wouldn't take that profit. But it goes back to your trading rules and your trading strategy. All right? Give me an example real quick of taking profits and losses and a trading strategy. If that stock falls more than 15%, that's what I'm giving this stock. It may be different for the next stock. But if it hits that mark, I'm out. And then it reverses and goes back up, but I don't kick myself for that. I stuck to my rules. That's something to be proud of. Taking profits. My trading strategy. The stock takes off and it's moving for you. It's above the EMA. All right, exponential moving average. And as long as it stays above the EMA, I'll stay in the trade. But if the EMA curves and the stock falls below the EMA on the second candle, I'm out. I take my profits. All right. If you don't know how to do those two things, you will never be successful. You will hold a stock until it goes to fucking zero, and you'll have to re-up your account. So start learning how to take your profits and losses, people. Third one, you got to treat your stock trading as a business. Now, I work from home now full time, and I trade every day. You have to learn to become organized. All right, you have to have a notebook. You have to learn how to do Google Sheets or wherever you're going to keep track of all of your profits and losses to know if you're ahead, not just your phone and seeing what your account's at. All right, organization is very important. If you're not organized, when I wake up, I got 20 minutes to go over my emails. I've got 30 minutes to an hour that I'll spend in the Discord. I got another 3 or 4 hours that I'll do research for a video just to confirm what I'm saying. All right? Yeah, and I don't break these strategies, people, because I started off, I didn't have these, and I was a failure. I had to keep re-upping my account. But now, now I'm organized. I know every aspect of that stock. I want to know everything about that. Sometimes you have to pay for a service that does that. I pay for IPO scoops for me and my Discord to be able to have all the updated statistics on IPOs. All right, organizations. I've got things, if you look right up here, I've got tabs. I'm working on an NFT project. I've got the news that I need to cover. I've got IPO news that I need to cover. I got information on BlackRock. Look at this, BlackRock and JP Morgan and the rest of them. I'm right here. All right, I've got brokers that I need to contact in case I need to get to them in a hurry. All right, I've got the executive orders. When that was popular, I went to them, and that carries all of my executive orders. Organization. You can organize it on your computer. You can keep a 5-subject notebook, whatever. But if you don't learn to be organized, people, you'll never be successful. If you don't learn how to take profits and losses, you're never going to be successful. If you don't create trading strategies, you're never going to be successful. Now, let's talk about another thing about trading strategies, okay? You don't just jump into a stock. I'll look at a stock like, let's take a look. I'm always looking at AMC. It's a little bit different of a stock because I'm holding, but I do buy call options in this, okay? And piss on y'all if you disagree. That's because you're stupid and don't know better. I will take those options and I will make money on them. The profits goes into more APE or more AMC, depending on which one I'm heavy on and I need to raise the other one up. And that initial investment stays there for the next options plays. All right. But right now, I'm looking at AMC, and believe it or not, AMC is a buy. It's wanting to fill this gap on the 10-minute chart. And we got a gap on the 4-hour chart. And it's wanting to come up. Why? Because it's going to be trying to get back into its range right here. And it's going to travel like that. So I don't just speculate, oh, I want to buy AMC today. I want to see where AMC's at on the chart. Is it in a position of buy right here, or is it in a position of sell up here by the resistance line? Is it in the middle? Because if it's in the middle, you don't want to fuck with it. You know, any stock. Look at General Mills, for example, because I've got my eye on General Mills. All right? It's been trading inside of this range right there. You can see it. Or you can even bring it down to where it's trading right there. And this was noise, this is noise, this is noise. But it's ready to go. So I'm not going to buy a put right here. Apparently they've already used the liquidation right here. So I'm not going to use it. And You look at your chart before you make a purchase. You want to know, is the stock, I don't care if it's AMC, GME, Sundial, General Mills, Amazon, Apple. You want to draw your support and resistance lines. You want to see if there's a gap that needs to be filled up or down, things like that, that will give you a clue as to whether it's time for you to enter into that trade. That is a trading strategy. Now, another trading strategy real quick, and then I'll let you go, is I'm going to draw this line because I see it coming up right here. You see that? It touched there, touched there, touched there, touching here, touching here. If it breaks above this line on a second candle, that would be a buy for me. That's my trading strategy. That's my trading rules. All right? But I'm not particularly interested because this is funny. Right now I'm looking at implied volatility and it's level, so you don't know which direction the stock's going to go. So, to recap, number one, you're going to have to build a trading strategy. Number two, you're going to have to treat your trading as a business, all right, and not a hobby. You're here to make money. You are your own boss. You're going to have to be the one that makes sure that you get up on time for pre-market and ready to go for regular trading if that's what you do, and so forth and so on. You are responsible for yourself. Nobody else. If you don't take control of your business, you're going to be a failure. Number one was find a trading strategy. Number two is take your profits and losses. And number three is treat your company like a business. So there you go. Love y'all. I hope this helps you. You need to maybe watch this again and write down the steps that I just told you and go over them in your head on paper, read them, and get it into your heart, people. You are a stock trader. And I hope to see you in the next video. Love you. Be blessed.
Cold red, there's been a glitch in the matrix. They out here wildin' and it's too much, I can't take it. Red pill, blue pill, my mind knew they were shaping.